Sexy Red, a lot of people are accusing her of doing something to Tay Keith. Before he passed away, they were not on good terms. He was doing a lot of stuff for her for free, and he really thought that was her friend. That was his friend, but come to find out, honey, she was a snake, okay? So this video talking about she's arrested, I haven't heard that. Maybe they got that confused. But it does have a lot of information on here, and I want to know, what are your thoughts? Do you believe this video or not? Because they're saying a lot of stuff about Sexy Red and Tay Keith. And I think you guys need to listen to this to see what's going on around these streets. I just want to say thank you all for your likes and these shares and supporting me. And I appreciate it. Keep on the support. I really appreciate it. So let's watch this video and see what's
Tay Keith's legal battle with Sexyy Red was unresolved at the time of his death. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, Tay sued Sexyy Red back in March.
It feels good to see her career, be at the point where, she's at now. We've been putting on for, I guess, the culture for the past year. So it's definitely a good moment to be here for, me and her,
So apparently Sexyy Red never paid Tay Keith for several beats. And I just saw her tribute post to him yesterday. How do you know you're in a legal battle with someone, you're not paying them? You're even posting them saying that you're like family. That's nasty work.
Sexyy Red thought Ish was sweet when she was out there threatening to off Tay Keith. Just days after she made those threats, he was found dead in his apartment. And now she is facing prison time for her reported involvement. Now, mind you, literally every song that made her who she is today was produced by this man. But during his last days on Earth, she was steady disrespecting him like he didn't make her who she is today. Tay went from working with big artists like Travis and Drake to everyone ghosting him because they didn't like the fact that he was doing music with a low-grade artist like Sexyy Red, only for her and her label to rob him cold and drive him right into his death. Now, for those of y'all who somehow don't know who Tay Keith is, he is the one who produced Sicko Mode, Nonstop, First Person Shooter, Look Alive, Jimmy Cooks, Rich Flex. As in, this man was popping hits like it was nothing. And even with all these hits under his belt, he started following Sexyy when she was still underground and worked with her for free because he believed in her sound, way before she ever had a single hit song to her name. And it wasn't as if he didn't receive pushback from his industry peers for his decision. He did. He said they were trolling the hell out of him, not just because he was doing free work, also because they felt Sexy's sound was straight doo-doo water. But he believed her, and that's all that mattered to him. It got to the point that Tay Keith said people crucified him, and even those in his trusted inner circle advised against him teaming up with Sexyy. In his words, people were trolling the ish out of me. They were real deal trolling me. It wasn't much good feedback. It was coming from even people around me. What you doing? I saw the potential. That's as simple as it was, me believing in her. We got a genuine brother-sister relationship. I F with her heavy. I feel like we make the best club music right now. That's my sister. No rap cap, no fake ish. All genuine love. In fact, if not because of him, Sexyy would have still been in the hood catching chlamydia from the low-quality men she was messing with. Every song she has that made her popular was produced by Tay. I'm talking Pound Town, Ski, Get It Sexy, and her mixtape, In Sexy We Trust. He basically made her. There's no Sexy without Tay Keith.
But I love seeing you have this moment right now, and I love that it's with Tay too, because I just think it's just a match made in heaven. And it's funny because like when I had Tay here earlier this year, like I don't know if he mentioned it at the time, but it's just funny thinking about how like at that moment, like this mega hit that y'all just both
and
had.
he didn't even know.
And it was so early on too.
Yeah, because we ain't know that mug was gonna do what it did, but because I was like, when I first made it, my people was like, man, send him that so he don't think you just playing on his beats, like, because people gonna get on his beats and rap serious and stuff.
Of course.
I'm on there just freestyling, just saying, crazy shit. They like, send him that and make sure he approve of this.
Right.
But he was fucking with it. He was like, this hard. But I don't think he thought it was that hard until he seen how people was like, they like, damn, like, yeah, it's really that.
But just like all genuine relationships in this money-hungry industry, Sexyy got big, signed to her label, Rebel Music Group, and as soon as she signed, she forgot all about TAY and begun looking out for herself. It turns out that TAY and her had a deal that when she got signed, he would get some of that royalty money. Because up until this point, he was doing all this for free. But of course, he knew she would make it up one day, so he made some deals to get paid once she finally started making some money. But when that time came, she basically left him to deal with it with her label, claiming that the label is the one in charge of making sure he got paid, not her. You cannot make this up. Now, TAY tried settling this with the label, but they were playing in his face, and Sexyy wasn't helping either since she pretty much left him to deal with them alone. So he dragged them to court for unpaid loyalties, and that's when things got very messy. I guess they're called Rebel Music for a reason, because baby, TAY is now dead, and everything points to him being taken out. According to court filings, TAY sued Rebel Music and Sexyy Red in March 2026, claiming that he produced 13 songs for Sexyy Red in 2024, and that those songs generated substantial revenue through streaming, sales, licensing, and other commercial use, but he never got paid a dime for it, despite trying hard for years to get them to pay him money. He alleged that he had not received the compensation he was entitled to for producing the songs. Producers are often entitled to royalty percentages, in addition to any upfront production fee, but he didn't get either. He also claimed the label failed to provide detailed financial records showing how much money the songs had earned. Without those records, he argued he could not verify how much he was owed. This is known in the music business as an accounting dispute. He asked the court to order the label to turn over financial documents, determine what royalties were owed, award damages, and formally declare the label's obligations.
Tay Keith's legal battle with Sexyy Red was unresolved at the time of his death. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, Tay sued Sexyy Red back in March, claiming that he produced 13 songs for her in 2024 but was never paid. He also claimed that Sexyy and her team refused to even provide the accounting for how much these songs made, so he didn't even know how much he was owed. And he was asking the court to force her to turn over the accounting, declare that he was in fact owed money, and award damages.
But just when he was about to win the case, he mysteriously turned up dead in his apartment for suspicious reasons. And according to his friends, Sexyy was responsible. So according to reports, he was found dead at his Nashville apartment on Thursday, June 18th, during a welfare check conducted by Metro Nashville Police Department officers. Now, as I said, despite police claiming they found no evidence of foul play, but Tay's family and friends singing a very different tune, especially his longtime friend and collaborator, JB. He didn't just accuse Sexyy of being involved. He also accused Drake and Travis of allegedly being in on it too. The first was this photo with a heartbreak emoji, followed by this throwback photo of him and Tay posed up in the hood, with the caption, "Damn cousin, you just hurt me bad," as well as a screenshot of his call log, showing him and Tay talking over the phone every day leading up to his death. "We talked every day. You didn't tell me you was leaving." Now, it's unclear why exactly they were suddenly talking this much just before he died, or what they were even talking about. But there are allegations that it may have something to do with the threats Tay was allegedly getting from Sexyy and her label, because right after he made that last post, he followed up with this one, in which he was straight up telling Sexyy, Travis, and Drake that they would pay for allegedly unaliving Tay. He supposedly said, and I quote, "Sexyy Red, Travis Scott, and Drake, y'all gonna pay for what you did to my boy Tay. On God."
So Blockboy JB allegedly posted this on his story the day that Tay Keith passed, saying that he was coming for Drake, Travis Scott, and Sexyy Red, that he was threatening them. This has been circulating online, but we have no confirmation as to whether or not he actually posted it, because apparently it was deleted immediately after, conveniently.
Anyway, as soon as these allegations started going viral, Sexyy and her shady label did some damage control by telling everyone that the lawsuit was apparently close to being resolved right before Tay died. How convenient is that? So before he died, y'all were stressing this man out over money that he is entitled to, but right after he died and his family threatened to expose you for allegedly having a hand in his death, you suddenly have a new update for us about how the suit was close to being resolved. Ooh, please, let's be so serious right now. The label's attorney, D'Amica Davis, said in a statement that absolutely no one cared for, Sexyy Red is overwhelmed with grief at the devastating loss of her dear friend and artistic collaborator, Tay Keith. Tay was a brilliant artist, and through his close musical partnership with Sexyy, he became a genuine friend to everyone at Rebel. We send our sincerest condolences to Tay Keith's family and loved ones. D'Amica adds, royalty negotiations are handled by labels, not artists, and I've worked closely with the legal counsel and team for Tay Keith to finalize the royalty agreement to fully compensate him for his valuable contributions as a musical collaborator with Sexyy. In fact, we were in the final stages of getting Tay Keith fully compensated before his shocking passing this week. We are expediting the finalization of this work with Tay Keith's attorney so that full payment can be made to his estate as soon as possible. Sexyy also made a last-minute tribute post to shut people up by posting these photos of them together with the caption, "Blood in, blood out. We brothers but not related. I love you, brother. Still the best duo." But as I said, people were not buying it. They jumped into the comments with accusations about her ripping him off, and others straight up accusing her and her label of having a hand in his death. Allegedly, of course. One person said, "Producers built her whole sound and she couldn't clear the tab on 13 beats, including Pound Town? Tay Keith gave her hits, she gave him a lawsuit. Then RIP posts. This industry eats its own. Pay the people who make the magic, or it won't last. Rest easy, Tay Keith. The tag lives forever." Another person said, "She's so fake, hosting that man like they were close friends. The whole time she's not giving him no type of credit. She's sick." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Tay allegedly getting unalived by Sexyy and her label? And do you think she'll face prison time like people are claiming? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.